Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. Homage to the Blessed One, homage to the Perfect One, to the Supremely Enlightened One, homage at the holy feet of our teacher, Bhante, Most Venerable Acharya Buddharakita, Bhanteji. Homage to the Holy Sangha and our abbot, Most Venerable Kassapa Bhante, and dear Venerable monks, Upasakas and Upasikas. Namo Buddhaya to everyone, and lots of blessings and metta to everybody. Let's make this Sunday morning as a beautiful morning, Dhamma morning with some Dhamma reflections, as Bhanteji has already laid the chanting and have taught you the meditation. You are enjoying the bliss of this Dhamma. If you ask me what is the benefits of Dhamma, the bliss and the peace which you are experiencing now, that is the blessings and benefits of practicing Dhamma. And as Dhamma is the only path which leads us to peace, happiness, blessings, prosperity, or it assures our spiritual growth. The Buddha said that if the world is, we are standing on not in a happy place, you see. We are constantly afflicted by some or other kinds of afflictions, disease, or you can term them as problems and sufferings, or stress, or many kinds of afflictions we are going through in our life. And Buddha also said we are patients, There are two different kinds of patient. Maybe we are patients with the body, with different kind of disease. Every parts of the body have a disease. If you look at your own body, each part has a kind of disease. That means disease is inborn from there. And there is disease also in the mind. We call them as mental afflictions. When we are afflicted by greed, hatred, and delusions, and suffering born right there. So that is a mental afflictions. We have to accept it. So why those things are happening, if you see through your own experience, as the Buddha said in the very first discourses, that these things are happening constantly. The moment we are born, we are heading towards it. We can expect at any point of time. Because we are born, that's how we are growing. If we are not born, if there is a thing called unborn, then we don't have to grow. Because we are growing, we are also subject to fall ill. You see. And the growing is not a happy thing. We don't want to grow. We don't want to fall sick. We want all the good things, all the pleasant things, and we hate the unpleasant things. So, but having said that, if there are these two kind of patients, but Buddha said one patient is very easy and one is very difficult. Because one who actually ready to listen to the Dhamma, one who is ready to change himself, one who is ready to take the medication, one who is ready to be serious enough, one who is patient with a khanti. This patient is not the roga, but this is khanti, perseverance. One who is really serious about his own progress, own changing his life itself. One who is serious about setting oneself in the right path. they are easy to teach. Those who are very, they're very stunned and with a wrong understanding and wrong belief. They're not at all serious about their own life. They they do things which are inappropriate. They neglect the things which are appropriate. And they neither choose a suitable place, nor they choose a suitable companion or a good friends, nor they take the advice of the teachers, nor they come to the vihara to practice the Dhamma. And they are not at all taking these medicines, the Dhamma, in their own life, you see. And they don't have patience at all. If there is happiness, they are on the heaven. They are floating with the thrill of enjoyment. And when these unhappy times, they lose themselves. They become so unhappy. So in this instant, we have to understand how to then grow beyond this, because Dhamma, which teaches us the path, as I said earlier. Now, if one patient, as I said, he's so deluded, first of all, he don't have to refrain. They say, doctor told you not to eat this, you have to avoid this kind of food because this is not agreeable to your own body. You have to give up this certain kind of place because that place may lead your disease more, because body has to be balanced with the nature. When you live in a very hot climate, your body may not support. When you live in a very cold climate, it also doesn't support. So the food, the place, the environment, it's also necessary, which gives you a good health. But somebody doesn't do that. He don't follow this. Buddha says, this patient, I can't teach him. He is very difficult. It is something like the Buddha said, you refrain from some unwholesome actions. You just have to follow the silas, because sila gives you coolness to your heart. Sila helps you to make your mind strong. It helps you to strengthen the mind. But you neglect it. You pay no attention. Thereby, you make yourself so difficult. The secondly, the Buddha said that one which is not at all serious, we are actually living our existence itself. We have to be really serious about our own life. A truth seeker or a peace, one who seeks his well-being, one who aspires to lead a happy life, they have to be serious about themselves. Unless you are serious about your own sicknesses, how can you go beyond that? One have to know oneself better. What kind of weaknesses, what kind of problems you have, then you have to avoid it. You understand? So you have to be serious about this fact that we are growing old. You have to be serious that the younger ones also have to pass through the same thing. And everybody, without any exceptions, have the same problem, of universal problem of greed, hatred, and ignorance. Right? We are constantly struggling with that, and this is something which makes the heart very heavy. This brings us misery, but we trying to blame somebody. We put it on someone who is responsible, some outsider is responsible, whereas we don't care our own heart. The problem lies there within our hearts. So that seriousness, think deeply about ourselves. Then when you try to put your mind and heart and contemplate about it, it is called contemplation, then there will be a possibility that you will definitely come out of that thing. Then you incline to your mind, okay, what is the way out then? How do I seek out my liberation? It is liberation in spiritual term, in a material term, you can liberate it anyway. How do I come out of that problem? How? Not simply by praying and doing all bunch of your rites and rituals will not going to help you anymore. If you do hundreds and thousands of years of the same thing, you will not free from this, because the you have to cleanse yourself. It is right there. So seriousness, if a patient is not serious and he keep on doing the same thing, he's not ready to change his habit, he's not ready to accept some good habit, then how it is possible? The third one is the medication itself. Doctor prescribed you the medicines, but you place that medicine somewhere and you never take that. And sometimes you take and then sometimes you don't take. You will say, oh, I have the medicine, I kept it. You have respect to the doctor, you have faith on that doctor, but you never take that. So how do you think that really that person, you think that he can come out of that disease? It's simply not possible. One has to take that medication very sincerely. You have to complete that course, that dose, then only it gives us a total benefit. Then you can relieve from your sickness. So, but let's say in another aspects, he never take that medicine, right? So it remains on that level. It doesn't affect ourselves. So the medicine is the Dhamma here. The medicine is removing of our own illnesses. The medication is just the meditation. That is the medication. So that is more important to have that medicines. And furthermore, the Buddha also said truthfulness is very, very necessary. Because when the doctor will ask you, what is your problem? What's your ailment? Please explain me. What is that which is bothering you? So then you should know it very clearly and you explain to that doctor. You have to open up your heart. You should tell them very truthfully, honestly, your sicknesses. Then actually the doctor will prescribe the right kind of medicines which suits your body. So the Dhamma here, once we take up the practice, we have to be very truthful. We have to be truthful in every steps of our practice. Truthful to yourself, truthful to the path which you are following, truthful to the teachers, truthful to the advices with the Bantes, the teachers give you. You have to be truthful to yourself, be sincere to yourself. Then only that Dhamma can protect you from sickness or from all evils of all kind, problems and miseries. You are protected then. That means you are protected by the Dhamma. And during this practice, maybe, as I said, truthfulness. Buddha's path is path of truthfulness, uprightness. It is not that every time when you meditate, you will get higher, lofty feelings, or you get sublime happiness. You feel that I am in jhana level or I attain certain stages. It's not possible. It is possible, provided that you should have that patience, that forbearance. You have practiced it constantly and truthfully. There may be times when you are deviated from the path, but then you come back yourself, you bring you and you practice again. There may be in your mind, there may be some situations at home in your family. It may not be possible to perfect your silas, fulfill the sila completely. But when you are truthful, you can re-establish yourself. You can strengthen yourself. And the next time, you are more mindful. The next time, you are more sincere, more aware. So truthfulness is a condition which makes your life more better. It makes you more open. And when you are truthful, you are heading to the truth. You're going to realize the truth. One who is not truthful, how can he realize the noble truth, so to say? We want to realize the noble truth. We don't see the truth in a simple way in our life. We don't practice the truthfulness in a very simple manner. In your family, in your friends, with yourself, you are not truthful, are not compassionate or sincere towards yourself. So the factor of satya, satya is a tremendous power. Satya is a parami, it's a perfection. So the last factor is also responsible. It is important to have patience with yourself. Patience is the biggest austerities. Tapo, paramo tapo, khanti, paramang tapo. You have to be patient with your kilesas, also your mental defilements. We all are carrying the defilements all the time. We don't know when these mental defilements, whether they are dormant, whether they are active. There are 10 kinds of kilesas. And anusayas also, 7 kinds of anusayas in Abhidhamma. So those kilesas works in different level. But really, these kilesas are so strong that they can come and give you blows, bruises you at any point of time. But if you're not patient, really, you can keep up your practice, your strong determination. So when I say all this thing, that means you have to figure out that where you are. Are you an easy patient? We are all patient. Sorry to say, but we are all patient. But this patient is in a different level. You may say that, well, I am very strong in my body. I am very healthy and very muscular. I can do any task, you see. And you also say that, what sickness will come to me? I am so strong. The sickness will run away. They will not come to me. But the thing is that even though you say that, time will come, the sickness will come inevitably. Right? You may say that I'm not growing old. You see your face in the mirror. Every day you you get up in the morning, the first thing you see yourself in the mirror. And first thought is come to you, I am still young or I am very beautiful, right? Don't you? Why do you see the mirror then? And you brush your teeth, everything, and you make yourself presentable, so beautiful. Then you come and you start your day. That shows that we have a certain kind of notions that we are still young, we don't fall sick, we are very healthy, and so on. The thing is that behind that mask, we have the sicknesses that are following us. So we are, in that sense, I said, we are all afflicted. right? So the affliction is very torturous. You see, physical pain is somehow you can bear with that, but some people they can't bear it. They just well out. They just complain, "Oh, what a pain! I can't bear this." You see, and some people is so strong, like some of the severe disease, you can't bear it. It is so painful. In the same way, even so, we have so many mental defilements we are carrying, so many, burden in the mind, which makes the mind very afflicted, very heavy. So only thing is that we have to follow the Dhamma. The Buddha said, if the second type of persons which are easy and they are ready to listen the Dhamma, follow my teachings, do it through truthfulness, through patience, and they are not so deluded, or they are very serious practitioners, right? Not serious practitioners. You practice seriously with sincerity, with your diligence, then progress is possible. Then you can realize the Dhamma, you can see through the Dhamma, right? So now if you look through much in the deeper aspects of the Dhamma, the Buddha is trying to say that when you should know what is good, what is bad, what is agreeable to you, what is disagreeable, what your body needs. That means Buddha is simply trying to say that follow Sila. So Sila Dhamma. If you wanted to gain that Dhamma, see the Dhamma, then you have to follow the Sila in your daily life, because Sila makes our heart more cool. It gives us a sort of freedom in a different level. And when you say medication, as I said, medication is the meditation. How many of you are actually nursing your mind? I said, uh, I was reading something, they say, this very nice word is nursing the mind. One course is that carrying the mind. It is kind of mindfulness, but they present in a different way. So the best way is to make your mind more healthier is meditation. People don't understand actually. They say, why meditation? Why should I do? What should I get? The first condition is, what do I get? You not get anything. Then they said, okay, why should I do meditation? So we are so selfish. In another aspect, we can say we are so deluded and so ignorant, because selfishness is not a wise thing at all. We are so ignorant that we say, we put a condition. Everything is so conditioned. If you get this, then you will do it. But when you say you lose, you lose your ego, you lose your greed, your hatred, and your attachment, everything. Oh, then meditation is not my business. It is something else, right? So, but here you have to lose everything. You have to loosen up and lighten your bag. You keep yourself very empty, lighter, right? So, how many of you are doing meditation every day? You should do it more mindfully, and you should be more intent on your practice, more firm, because this is for your own mind. This is making your mind more firm, making your mind more beautiful, making your mind more strong, healthier, very cultured. We say meditation is culture of mind, cultivation of mind. You have to dig out all the potentialities. But if you don't explore, how do you dig out those things? It is beyond you then. So the third aspect is being truthful. As I said, meditation will take up the practice being mindful of your practice, doing it every day, making a point, I should do it. I should neglect it. First thing in the morning, after you fresh up, you do meditation. Wherever you find a place, suitable place, walking, sitting, or lie down at any time, right? You are more mindful with your actions, with your daily activities. Very simple thing. You just have to exercise that mindfulness through your bodily postures. You have to, then it becomes a continuous mindfulness. On the cushion is okay, you do it. But when you're walking or sitting, lie down, then you have that same mindful mind, you have same calm mind, same mindfulness on the present moment, and you do your things. You will see the miracles. You will see what meditation helps you. But then when you are doing this meditation, actually, as I say that you are strengthening the mind. How you are strengthening the mind? Because constantly our senses, um, if you let your senses to just think about and wander like that, then you see something and you see some visible form, and right there you have a sensation and you got hatred, you see, you're attracted towards it. When you see some unpleasant object, unpleasant sight, hatred may appear, disliking. When you are not really mindful, you may be deluded. Your thoughts may not be wise. Right? Our thinking can be also perverted. Thinking can be different altogether. You can experiment it, right? You try with a happy mind and with a unhappy mind. How does the reaction happens with you? You are very hatred. You are very, your heart is hot now, very heavy. With that hateful thoughts, you do certain things. You are angry and you do some action. This is one hand. Another hand, your mind is full of compassion and love. You do certain things. Then the result is something very pleasant. You get the result. And you compare that. How everything is ruled by one's mind, This is led by the mind. Right there, you know the answer. You just have to experiment it. So, here the point is, whenever we see through our senses, we experience the sensory world through these sense objects, and we are constantly interacting with them. But what meditation does is that it just guard over the mind, it check the mind constantly. It protects you from not going into greed, hatred, and delusions, into those world, the world of, suffering. It brings you away. You drift yourself back. You take yourself back, and you are safe. So, otherwise, these kilesas, greed, hatred, delusion, fear, anxieties, and so many things will come. So, meditation is like that. It medicates, it nurtures the mind, it nourishes the mind in that way. And finally, when I said you have to go into further deeper to understand the nature of life itself. With that meditative mind, with the concentration, you see the things as they really are. You see the things in the light of truth, right? You try to practice the insight meditation. You go further deep into the phenomena and realize the non-self and the impermanent stressful nature of things. And you remove the anusayas, you remove the deeper and dormant kilesas from the mind, right? Till you reach to that last stage, till your mind is totally pure, till you removed all your kilesas from the mind. So this, the last step is, it needs all the preparation. You have to go through all these stages by stages, as I said, starting from the practice of sila, then you come to the samadhi, then you develop that wisdom through Dhamma reflections, through contemplations, through the practice of insights, right? So this message is that we are all afflicted. We are all peasants. Peasants in our own realm, in our own world, right? How do we remove all these sicknesses? How the ways and means which the Buddha taught us. This is one which is easy to teach, and he will follow the Dhamma, he will practice the Dhamma, and ultimately they will reach Magga Phala Nibbana. They attain to the highest bliss of Nibbana, the ultimate bliss, right? When you reach to a stage where there is no sickness, right? There is no growing anymore. There is no death or rebirth and continuation of these life cycles. So it is our reach. It is not beyond our reach. We can still practice it. We can go beyond this aging process. We can go beyond this simple phenomena of sickness can be a object of contemplation. You may think that this is simple, but if you look through, Dhamma is right there. You can see the Dhamma there in your daily life. So the practice of Dhamma is very essential, very much essential. Because Dhamma is not which is beyond our life, which has no connection to our life. It is not that. Dhamma is in your life. You will experience right now. You will experience the cause, you will experience the freedom, you will experience the way in your own life. So you have to make yourself, your life as a vihara, a dwelling place. You have to dwell in that Dhamma Gochara. Dhamma Gochara means the boundary of Dhamma, where you are constantly protected and you're delighted. You will experience so many wonderful things in this journey. You experience the piti, the joy. You experience the happiness. You experience the concentration, one-pointedness, and your economies. All these things. Still, you more you go deeper, the more you experience the deeper things. But it needs sincerity, it needs truthfulness, as I said in the beginning. Without truthfulness, without right form of faith and confidence, strong confidence, it is not possible really. Because we have to break out the chain. We just have to break out the power of these defilements, power of the hindrances, the mental hindrances. So today, what's just the time? So this way, we have to follow this path to attain the noble Magga Phala Nibbana. So till we reach to that, the goal, we have to remind ourselves constantly. We remember these teachings and try to make it your habit. You make a Dhamma habit. You see, you make yourself a every day. You practice this, then you will surely get the benefits and the blessings of Dhamma. So may you all able to realize and able to contemplate the noble teachings of Lord Buddha. May you see Dhamma in your life. May you all blessed with good health, happiness, and peace of mind. And may the blessings of Buddha Dhamma Sangha, blessings of Bhadavante, always surround your life with well-being, happiness, and enlightenment. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.